There's a girl who could it all, act, sing, and chant, the girl who once had Hollywood holding its breath. This is Hailee Steinfeld. Before she was a headline, before she became a red carpet regular, Hailee was just a girl from Thousand Oaks, California. No famous family, no industry parents, just real talent and a stillness that made you lean in. At 13, she walked into an audition room with pigtails and purpose, and walked out with a lead role in one of the most iconic westerns of modern cinema, The True Grit. In 2010, a western remake shocked the industry because Hailee Steinfeld was 13 years old when she landed the lead in True Grit. She wasn't just good, she was unforgettable. Critics called her a revolution, directors called her a prodigy, and the Academy, they nominated her for an Oscar. At just 14, Hailee had reached a peak most actors chase for decades. While the world saw an actress, Hailee had another secret: she could sing. At first, it was just for fun, but inside there was a voice aching to be heard, not as a character but as herself. In 2015, she made the leap and dropped a single that shocked everyone: Love Myself. It was bold, controversial, and self-empowering. And suddenly, Hailee Steinfeld wasn't just an actress, she was a pop star. That song wasn't just a hit, it was a statement about loving yourself, owning your body, and taking control. Hailee didn't just step into fame, she made it look effortless. She starred in Pitch Perfect 3, danced with Rebel Wilson, and held her own in the cast of big personalities. But while other young stars were burning out, Hailee was building her own brand. While others were still figuring out who they were, Hailee was playing everything the world wanted her to be. A teenage misfit in age of 17, a comedic queen in Pitch Perfect, a superhero in the Marvel Universe, a vampire movie in Sinners, and many more. She was working harder than most adults twice her age, releasing music, touring, acting, endorsing brands, walking carpets, and smiling the entire time. And then her music was taking off, first with Love Myself, Starving, Rock Bottom, Capital Letters, and Most Girls, songs that resonated with millions of teenage girls just trying to love themselves in a world that never stops judging. Her songs were relatable, addictive, played at sleepovers, heartbreak drives, and gym workouts. And she wasn't just making web solos. In 2015, she starred alongside with Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, Gigi Hadid, and Cara Delevingne in the iconic Bad Blood music video. For a moment, it felt like Hailee had entered the most elite club in Hollywood. Taylor Swift Inner Circle, also known as The Squad. At the same time, she was known to be close friends with Justin Bieber. Paparazzi followed them, fans speculated, but Hailee never used her connections to stir drama. She let her talent do the talking. She was the girl everyone loved on screen, in music, and in real life. A triple threat with none of the scandals. Hailee was balancing two full careers, acting and singing, while still figuring out who she even was. She was releasing singles, shooting series, doing interviews, attending galas, smiling in queue, posing on queue, but slowly something began to fade. Her music became less frequent, her red carpet appearances rare. Was it burnout, a break, or something deeper? Maybe for the first time, Hailee was asking who am I when the camera stopped rolling. In 2020, Hailee released her half-written story, a raw, emotional dive into heartbreak and identity. But just as fans expected a full album, she disappeared. In an era of oversharing, Hailee's silence was deafening, and yet in that silence, she was writing a different kind of story. One where women don't burn themselves out for relevance, and one where you can choose space over popularity. Just when the world thought she quit, Hailee reinvented herself again. As Gwen Stacy and Into the Spider-Verse, she voiced a character just like her, cool, powerful, mysterious, and deeply alone in her struggle. She also joined the Marvel Universe as Kate Bishop, not for fame but for fun. The pressure was gone, the girl was growing, no longer trying to prove she belonged, she knew she did. Fame can trap you in a version of yourself that people refuse to let go. But Hailee Steinfeld refused to stay frozen. She lived multiple lives before 25, child star, pop princess, movie lead, Marvel hero. For years, she was everywhere, a teenage Oscar nominee, a pop star with viral hits, a face you couldn't miss. And then she disappeared. No scandal, no breakdown, just silence. But people ask what happened to Hailee Steinfeld. But the truth is, Hailee didn't vanish, she escaped. While the world was spinning louder and faster, she stepped out of the machine. She chose something radical, a life that didn't need to be proven. She stopped performing for attention and started living for peace. And quietly, while no one was watching, she found love. She made art not for charts but for meaning. Her new project, Sinners, isn't just a film, it's a message that she's still her, still creating, still powerful, but on her terms. Because maybe the real glow up is walking away from the version of yourself the world demanded and becoming the one you needed. And in a world obsessed with constant visibility, maybe the most unforgettable stars are the ones who shine brightest when no one's watching.